You need to hear this, bestie. I came across something today that genuinely made me stop and think. The way we sit might be quietly reshaping how we feel, think, and even function all day long. And nobody talks about it. Nobody. You know that groggy, drained feeling after sitting for a while? That's not just being lazy. Science shows your brain and body respond to stillness in very specific ways. And once you hear this, you'll probably never sit the same way again. By the way, I'm Simi, your health accountability buddy. I read the studies, I sift through the science, and I turn it into something simple, relatable, and actually doable for real life. That's why I'm here, to help you take care of your body and mind in a way that actually fits your day. Let's start with the first surprising part. When you sit too long, your brain enters something researchers call energy conservation mode. Think of it as your brain dimming the lights. Not permanently, but just enough that you feel a little sluggish, a little foggy, a little meh. And it happens faster than you'd expect. Even 30 minutes of sitting without movement begins this subtle shift. The more hours pile on, the more your mood, focus, and energy start to dip. I remember one day I was editing for hours straight, probably 5 hours without getting up once. And when I finally stood, my legs felt almost confused, like, wait, what just happened? And mentally, foggy, unfocused, drained. And I hadn't even done anything physically taxing. That's your body responding to prolonged stillness. Now here's something almost nobody mentions. Sitting too long affects more than just muscles. It affects your mood and emotional resilience. Studies show that when people remain stationary for long stretches, the brain releases fewer feel-good neurotransmitters. That's why long sitting can make you feel irritable, tired, or disconnected, even if everything else in your life is going fine. And the muscles, they go into what scientists call muscle inactivity syndrome. I like to call it muscle sleep. Big, important muscles responsible for circulation, stability, and energy just switch off. That heavy feeling in your legs or lower back, that's them taking a nap without asking your permission. But don't worry, there's hope. The good news is that the solution is not complicated. Tiny, intentional movements are all it takes to reset the system. Even just standing for 30 seconds every half hour, stretching your shoulders, rolling your neck, or walking to refill water can wake up your brain and muscles. Your circulation improves, your mood lifts, and your focus sharpens. Think about it. Your body is like a computer. If you leave it idle for hours, the system slows down. But even the smallest input, a stretch, a step, a deep breath, reboots it. It's science-backed. No gym, no hour-long workout, no extreme routine. Just small, consistent micro breaks. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Sitting for hours also impacts your metabolism. Your calorie burning rate drops dramatically, up to 90% after prolonged stillness, even if you're eating healthy. Your muscles, your nervous system, your circulation, all of them start adapting to the stillness, signaling the body to slow down. But those micro movements can reverse it immediately. I remember a day I tried a little experiment. Every 30 minutes, I stood up, rolled my shoulders, and stretched. I couldn't believe how much more alert I felt compared to the day I sat nonstop. Even just a minute or two of movement woke my body and my mind. It's like a reset button we all ignore. And here's a lot of people don't realize. The brain thrives on microactivity. The prefrontal cortex, which controls focus, decision-making, and emotional regulation, actually responds positively to these small movements. You're not just stretching your muscles, you're reactivating your brain, improving cognition, and giving yourself emotional balance. Let's make this real. Imagine a day where you sit for 2 hours straight, no breaks. You feel sluggish, mentally foggy, maybe even irritable. Now imagine that same day with 5 or 6 tiny breaks, standing, stretching, walking around to refill your water. Your energy remains steady, your mood stays balanced, and your focus sharpens. That's the power of micro movements. And here's where it gets even more encouraging. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need perfect routines. You just need to remember that your body, your brain, and your energy respond immediately to motion. That's it. Tiny, consistent movements throughout the day create huge cumulative benefits. So tomorrow, when you sit to work, watch TV, or eat, just take a moment. Stand for 30 seconds, roll your shoulders, stretch your neck, walk to refill your water. Even small gestures, done consistently, help your brain, muscles, and energy systems reset. And if nobody has reminded you today, you deserve these moments. You deserve to care for yourself in small, sustainable ways. You deserve energy, clarity, and calm. And all it takes is standing up, moving for a minute, and letting your body know it's awake, alive, and appreciated. I'm rooting for you. And as your health accountability buddy, I'll always be here to remind you of these tiny habits that quietly make a huge difference. So promise me one thing. Tomorrow, when you sit down, don't just sit. Move, stretch, breathe, reset. Because even a single minute matters. And your mind, your body, and your day will thank you.
Thanks for watching.